welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and earlier today we just got the second trailer for the upcoming movie Furiosa. Now, I already kind of explained my whole story behind Mad Max Fury Road and how much I love that movie, why, I'm pretty intrigued to see this prequel that is focused on the character Furiosa, who was previously played by Charlize Theron in Mad Max Fury Road. And, but yeah, the first trailer looked really promising. I know there was quite a debate about the actual visuals and the CGI, and that had quite a lot of people having a discord on it. And I'm still very intrigued. I think there is still a lot of promise to this whole film that we have right here. And just to have Anya Taylor-Joy just to play Furiosa, that alone is pretty exciting. She is one of the biggest rising stars right now of this generation. She was just recently in Dune 2, although just for a quick moment, but yeah, this is gonna be very interesting to see her in, because I don't know, because I don't believe she's done too many action films before. Dune 2 was an action movie, but she didn't actually get too involved in the action stuff. This is actually the first time where she's getting really deep into the action bits of a movie. So that'd be really interesting. It'll be also very interesting just to see how she can, translate that aura, the attitude, the mannerism of Charlize Theron's version of Furiosa. So far she seems to have it right on pat. So, but even that being the case, right? The first trailer was the first trailer. It makes sense why the first trailer, not a lot of people are too convinced by the actual first look of the actual movie, just because it is the first trailer. It could have been possible that the stuff wasn't really complete, or they just, again, they're not always showing the actual story or the plot or the character and all those details. And that's usually more reserved for the second trailer, right? So yeah, now that the second trailer has now dropped and we're just about, I believe, a couple months away from Furiosa. I think the movie comes out, May, I believe? Maybe? I have to double check on that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right down into the second trailer of Furiosa.
Furiosa! We've come too far.
Is that the dream place? Oh wow.
Furiosa! They took Furiosa!
Oh, so we're actually in the origin story.
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Who do we have here?
She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood. My mother. I want them back. I want them back!
Oh, wow.
Whatever you have to do, however long it takes, promise you'll find your way home. Protect the green place.
It's time to take what's rightfully ours! Ready? Steady! Go!
Oh, there you go.
Where are you going? So full of hope? There is no hope!
If you find him, he's mine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there it is.
There will
Okay.
always be war, but to get home, Furiosa fought the world.
Remember me.
Okay. This is very good. Yes. Wow, okay. Alright, that was the second trailer for Furiosa, and I have to say, this trailer is definitely much better than the first one. It definitely feels far more in the atmosphere that we got from Mad Max Fury Road, a lot of the bits and pieces, although you can also still get the sense of how this is going to be a revenge tale, of course. But yeah, I mean, one of the things I was pretty surprised with is the fact that they actually started off with basically Furiosa's origins, so kind of her origin story, where her humble beginnings are, which is basically the green place. We've heard about the green place before. I mean, that was basically their destination in the not the first movie, sorry, but in Mad Max Fury Road, where she was going to take all these wives and take them to the green place because that was going to be their best safe heaven. Although we know what happened eventually afterwards when we got to the end of the movie, and that's, you know, that sets up basically the end of film and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, having seen this trailer, we definitely get a much better idea what the screenplay is, what her story is, the fact that this is clearly a revenge tale, because of the fact that it is involving her mother, how she wants everything back. You can get the sense of this mannerism, this anger, this power coming from Anya Taylor-Joy and her performance as Furiosa. You clearly do get the sense of that here. I mean, this is the one where we get to see. This is a trailer that really showcases Anya Taylor-Joy's performance right here. Like, we really get that gravitas of her performance in this trailer right here. Like, this is something that was probably very much missing in the first one. We do get a sense in the first one. We do get a scene in the first one where she's like, I'm Furiosa, you know, just introducing herself and, you know, showing her anger, showing her passion. But this one really shows the extent of her anger, the extent of why she's going on this revenge tale, why she is going after this guy that's played by Chris Hemsworth, and as well as the fact that we actually do see snippets of this alliance between her and Morton Joe, because that kind of establishes a little bit of, okay, well, we know for a fact that eventually she does become Morton Joe's secondhand command, only for her to betray him just about in the first 20 minutes of the movie. But what created this, you know, this relationship between them? And we got a little bit of that glimpse here that, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. It's because of Chris Hemsworth's character that, you know, that's what establishes the relationship right here. That's the foundation of it. So yeah, we do get a lot more details in this one. It definitely, the action looks the action looks absolutely incredible in this one. Now just seeing a little bit more of the snippets here, I do hope that you know, they didn't show all of it because I will say that if there's one thing I will say was maybe something that I noticed is that they were showing a little bit too much in this trailer, which it's like, I get it, like, you want to, like, the second trailer is like, you really want to hone in on the big stuff, the story, the action. You want to flash out the big things that will really get everyone hyped up about a movie, which is totally fine. But there's also a way of making sure there's a balance of it. And I just hope that they didn't reveal too much in this trailer that, you know, just going into the movie, I just know about everything. That's my only concern. I feel like they may have revealed a bit too much just because I feel like I already know what basically happens from beginning to the end of the movie. I get a little bit of the sense right here, and it's like, okay, was this the right approach? But then again, we kind of already knew a little bit of Furiosa. This is not as to say that we never met Furiosa before. We've seen her before in Mad Max Fury Road. This is far more her, you know, her origin story and her humble beginnings, of course, and what started off for her and how she ended up in the position that she was with Morton Joe, and we see that here in this trailer. Again, we get some really great car sequences here and there, like her really honing in on her, you know, mechanic skills and her ability to drive her, you know, her truck, her car animation truck. But yeah, I think that in this case, having seen this second trailer, it definitely feels more promising. The CGI looks a little bit more complete here than the one we saw in the first one. It definitely feels more like Mad Max Fury Road in this trailer that we got from the first one. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of promising things now having seen the second trailer. Again, I just hope that, you know, they still reserved a lot of the good bits for the movie and didn't just, you know, give away everything in this trailer. But Anya Taylor-Joy looks absolutely phenomenal. I will say, if there's one thing I will maybe give like a little of a note, is that I think I started to notice a little bit of her accent. Like some of her accent was starting to kind of, you know, come out a little bit. That I was like, I'm noticing an accent. I noticed one accent. I noticed one part where I was like, yeah, that I see it. I hear an accent. But even regardless of that, I mean, she looks absolutely great in this role. She seems to really have it pat down who Furiosa is, and her grit and her strength and her determination. Someone who's very angry, someone who's very passionate about her revenge quest. I cannot wait to see this in May. I hope that, even after just a little, even after that bump earlier in the year with the first trailer, hopefully the second trailer will hopefully it will, hopefully it would have enough people now convinced to go and see it. I will see regardless, but I think the second trailer has definitely done a much more justice to the actual movie than the first one. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the Furiosa trailer, the second trailer for Furiosa. What are your thoughts now having seen this new trailer? Do you think that this is far better than the first one and this is something that they should have done more of? Do you think that CJ looks far more complete now having seen, now that's been like about a couple months since we've seen the first one? Do you think that the CJ looks far more complete? Is it up to your satisfaction now, or are you still not convinced? Do you think that there's some areas that still need to be tweaked, needs to be polished? What do you think about Anya's performance right now, having seen a little bit of a glimpse of her performance here? We see a little bit more here. Do you think that she's up to the height of, what Charlize Theron did to her character, or do you still need a little bit more convincing? Do you think this trailer itself has spoiled a little too much, or do you think it's just the right amount that, you will go and see this movie in May? Let me know your thoughts below and make sure to like and subscribe.